at Sebetido, I told him, you know, many a times, your plans are so personal, not general. That was one of the issues that made this association come to be today. I told him, you can't run this association or this platform as if it's a personal business. Why I'm putting his name to this story? If you write an article without putting the original owner, it's not a good attitude. He started this. Let's call his name in our discussions. Whether best way, better way, or otherwise. Having said this association should and ought to grow as expected, though so far so good. If you check from the year we had a full running and functional executive, you know that we have done well. Just 6 to 7 years, and look at what we have achieved today. It was not because of him, but because of our interest, because of the love, because of the future plan we have for this great department. Moving forward, how do we make it greater? How do we make it greater? Their contribution, my contribution, do so. I take my time, even at my busy schedule, whenever my president said, Lodges, I'm without my colleague and Chooks. These are passed away. Yes. So whenever they say, Chooks, I need you to do this, even in my tight schedule, I always want to do that. Why? Because I have friends who graduated from University of Maiduguri and other universities. Their departments, we are doing our reunion today in Bond Hotel. Others do there in Dubai. It's not bigger than us. And how do we achieve it? Their contribution, their dedication, their support. Besides that, I want to take a clause, a phrase from what Engineer Ejike said. You know, when he was making the introduction, he negated his name as an engineer. He was calling himself psychologist, banker, investor, and all that. You forget where he starts. Sorry for digressing a bit, please. So, we need to support ourselves, despite how small it might be. We have captains of industries here. We have leaders of industries here. We have all it takes to achieve this noble and lofty vision. To cut it short, please, their full-time participation, support, and help to all the members of this great association will be better. Thank you very much.
All right, put your hands together for him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So I might actually be calling on some of us to just drop one or two advice or recommendation of how we can quickly move forward. So within the next 10 minutes, so we are wrapping this up. So I'll start with Cheta. And
Let's start with
and come to Innocent, and then wrap it up with a lady. Maybe Joma or Esther. So what are the practical things we need to start doing to actually be greater as an alumni association?
We can actually start where we are. certain members of the association are actually struggling, we can help out. You put your hand where your mouth is. You know, there are lofty goals, there are wonderful things you can do, but there are immediate problems within our midst. If we can address one out of many, maybe that will go a long way.
Thank you very much. Let's clap for him. I also have to say this. It's not that he's saying it just now. In years past, I've seen him time and time again call people, rally people for welfare. So it's something that is noble, and maybe, like he has said, let's start from there. Let's start by identifying those that are not doing so well and help and pulling them up. So thank you for that. I'll come back to Imablo.
All right. There was a meeting we had some time ago. I think that was during that meeting that we had this conversation about this reunion, and Cheta was also very loud in that meeting. Also, and others. And in that meeting, we were looking at what can we do so that instead of just existing an association, if you register a company, usually as an individual, you have one good profits. So that's for me like, what kind of business can an association do, and how can that be managed? I have my fears. One is we are all scattered all over the country. Getting people together is a challenge, but in as much as this is what it is it really possible for us to say we'll come up with something? We'll probably look at which section of the country do we have a larger percentage of some of us staying. My assumption is Southeast. That's my assumption. So based on that, can we say we should be projecting in that way? As Danka said, it could be self-sustainable. The association can probably fund itself if you want us to go to Dubai, and then the association.
Sometimes it's difficult to do business because everything in our that there might be many of us that have gaps in terms of financial literacy, even after 20 years of living in university, in terms of financial literacy, wealth creation, and all. If I ask people now about investment and the effect of compound investment, many people may not have really thought about what compound interest can do to an investment. So, just to tell you what he said, if it's possible as a collective to have some form of pool that can be invested, and over a period of 10 years, the compound effect kicks in, and when you start getting your benefits, it becomes something that is what's commendable, that I'm happy that I'm actually part of this alumni. So it's a good contribution. Thank you very much. Imablo, are you ready for us now?
Please encourage him.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
To be very frank, I think this discussion for me it's a very dear one to me, because just like our brother Chicks was saying, when the group was created, I think there was probably a particular motive or reason that the group was created. But fast forwarded to today, we're seeing a lot of other things that we could do together as a group. and also as mates. Now, my talking is not going to be too long, but where is President?